For the last 18 months, I have been grinding tirelessly to get to the top of the fastest F1 sim racing league in the world. In case you didn't know, PSGL is organized in a tier-based system where the higher you go, the faster you must be. So the tier you get placed in directly correlates to your raw pace, but also directly to the size of your peen when compared to your other sim racing peers. And in the F1 sim racing world, we love to do that a lot. And today, with a brand new season and probably the last one in F1 25, this might be the day where everything changes.
Only seven tiers. He just dropped. Krypton really dropped 6 and 7 at the same time. Holy, what's taking so long? Stop blue balling us. Enjoy Formula Kai. What a freaking clown. He dropped tier 6 and 7 and then he just left. F4? Formula Kai in F4. Woo! All right. F4. 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 Okay. Yeah, sorry guys, I couldn't put it any higher than P19. Actually, that last.
Welcome to the Spanish Grand Prix, baby. Already historically a very difficult track to overtake on. In F1 25, with the wings that everybody and their grandma is running, we're basically running 0-0 wings as much as we can. It is going to make overtaking extremely difficult around here, and starting last only means bad news. But what if I told you not only will you be surprised of where we're gonna finish, but also that I am going to score points today from last place. As we go racing, 5 lights, away we go. I'm already not looking forward to turn 1 because all 19 cars are going to funnel into a very tight chicane. One wrong move here and somebody's gonna explode. On the opening lap, since everybody's so close together, everybody's being super aggressive trying to get track position, because once everybody settles into a good constant rhythm, the nature of the track makes it so that dirty air creates so much chronic understeer that it's virtually impossible to overtake people. But hold that thought, because we will see our first DNF of the day, and just barely we managed to inch ahead before the VSC came out, up into P15.
Somebody just exploded.
This is extremely good news for us, because there are cars that have been caught up in the incident. They have to box because they've suffered front wing damage. And just like that, by staying safe on the opening lap, we have managed to move up to P14. Hold that thought, because the safety car is about to come in and we're about to go racing, but something weird is gonna happen here.
I went and then he went. And then he just drove into me.
Luckily, nobody got damage from the kerfuffle.
Did you get damage from that?
I got hit quite hard, and because the Williams went, so I went, but then it wasn't actually time to go yet, so now it's just an awkward Mexican standoff. This race has been a bloody massacre up until now. And again, another piece of carbon fiber.
That was a piece of front wing, I think.
And again, somebody that had to go into the pits because they've given themselves front wing damage. And this is where I started thinking, we might actually be able to score points today.
Well, he boxed, so I think he had damage.
But for that to happen, we need to play our cards absolutely right. Right now, we're stuck behind a hard runner, but those mediums that we currently have will not wait to drop off in performance in F1 25, and right there, a plan is already forming in my head. If I can keep up with him as the hards and mediums cross over, maybe we can hopefully overcut and slice through the field and have fresher tires later on during our second stint once we go onto the hard compound of tires. But for that to happen, we have to look after these tires, and that's not going to be easy because his tires are only going to get faster and faster from here, while ours will only get slower Right there, on lap 9, somebody already diving into the pits. That's very, very bold, because the goal to the end from here means doing 24 laps on that single set of hards. But we're on a different run plan today. We're gonna go a slightly longer, but now there is a gap, clean air in front of the Williams driver as he's gonna pick up pace. We also need to do the same, lest we want to get dropped off from the DRS, which is a crucial tool in league racing, especially in the F1 games. 7/10s, 8/10s coming out of this left-hander. We're struggling quite hard now due to the low wing configuration, but also due to our tires slowly falling off a cliff. But this entire time, we're hanging on and we're getting dragged up towards the guys ahead. And we have basically committed to going slightly longer here, because as more and more people are diving into the pits on lap 10 and 11, those are positions we're not going to gain back. But also, it's not like we were there to begin with. We started P19 in this race. And as more and more people dove into the pits, it's becoming more and more difficult to follow the Williams driver. But DRS is allowing us to hold on just barely every single lap. And as more people dive in, this creates more clean air for him to push into, which makes our job a lot harder. But on lap 13, it's finally time to pull the trigger and dive into the pits, being very careful on corner entry, because you can run wide here and DNF before you even get to your pit box. Taking it still very easy, because I'm not feeling that confident on the brakes here with this brand new set of pedals, and we're gonna come out very, very behind the train. But the thing is, we are not holding all the cards. We have 2 lap fresher tires, and that could mean 5 to 6% less tire wear than the guys ahead. And now it is time to push. We've actually overcut the Alpine driver, and he's gonna come out just barely behind us. I'm still gonna leave him some room into turn 1 just in case, but now we have the added pressure to not get overtaken by this guy who has even fresher tires than us. And we need to make up as much time as possible, and I'm pushing really, really hard now. The rears want to step out, but no dice. He has very, very good pace, and I think he's running slightly less downforce than we are, but without DRS, we're kind of sitting duck here. So we have to let him go. And this has basically thrown a wrench into our plans, because if he gets to the train ahead before us, he's going to be the one controlling the race within this little train. And there's not going to be much that we can do. And as he slices through the field, we got to stay with him if we want to hope to hold on to that position and hold on to that precious DRS.
We need to find a way to stay close and then overtake.
And as he moves on to P12, P11 actually, we are now on a timer as he actually goes insanely deep into turn 1. That's going to help give us some breathing room, but he rejoins ahead of the Haas. This is not going to be easy. A lot of understeer coming out of turn 2. We can see the car refusing to turn, and that tire advantage is helping us a lot here. The Haas going really wide, but there's no overtaking opportunity into the third sector. We have to wait for the main straight, but if we don't get our exit right coming out of the last corner, we might just get dropped by the Alpine ahead. But luckily, the Haas does something unexpected. He actually pulls into the box. I suspect he had the box really early because of damage during the opening laps, but now the Alpine is glued to the back of the kick, and he's not gonna wait a moment longer to get past the kick driver into turn 1. And we're fighting for that last point today in the driver standings, and I cannot afford to lose a single second behind Takubi here. You can see he struggles on corner exit because of the dirt here. I'm gonna send a dummy into turn 4, and he goes wide, goes deep, and now I'm gonna go around the outside into this downhill left here. He's gonna leave us the space. Actually, no, he backs out, but now the gap is 1.3 seconds to the VNT driver up ahead, and I'm gonna have to absolutely send it, drive the wheels off of this damn car if I wish to catch up to him. Through this long left, uphill left, the gap is 1.2 seconds. How hard can I send it for the next few corners to get back within that 1 second window? The gap is just barely under 1.2 seconds coming out of the last corner, but luckily we have a lot more top speed than he does, and we actually managed to get back within that 1 second window. Crisis averted for now, because now if we want that last point on the table, we're gonna have to overtake him on track, fair and square. With 13 laps to go, this is not gonna be easy because remember, he has more wings, which means more raw pace in the middle sector, but he also has 1 lap fresher tires than us, and 5 laps would go by, and his advantage would only widen and widen as the race goes on. Because to be fair, his pace was truly phenomenal today, and I just quite frankly couldn't match it. But you might notice that we have been steadily catching up to the Ferrari ahead. The gap was once 4 seconds, but now it's under 2.8 as we actually drop out of the 1 second window, out of the DRS. We always gain back a little on the straight, but we lose out too much in the corners, and by having to push more than he does, we're actually overheating the rears quite a lot. And just a few laps later, we've caught up to the back of the 3-man train. But you know how difficult it is to overtake in the DRS train. Is this it? I'm gonna finish out of the points on my PSGL F4 debut. We have caught up with fresher tires, but is it gonna be enough to overtake? Hold your breath, because something completely unexpected is gonna happen into the slack sector on lap 28.
Oh!
Oh, nice. That's a point.
The kick actually goes off track, having a big moment right before the last corner. And just like that, we are in the point scoring position.
He's gonna attack on the
Can we do more? Is it possible to overtake the Ferrari as well? And as the Alpine driver moves past the Ferrari, I'm really hoping that he's gonna keep pushing and drop him out of DRS so that I can actually have an opportunity to go for the overtake. But every lap, the Ferrari driver manages to hold on, and every lap...
I need the Alpine to drop the Ferrari out of DRS.
I don't get a go into turn 1 because with DRS wide open, we virtually all have the same top speed. And with the dirt here in the middle sector, overtaking is incredibly difficult. Even with the tire advantage that we have now, it is difficult to go for a move because the advantage has pretty much equalized by now. And on the penultimate lap of the race, this is the closest we've ever been to the Ferrari, and he actually drops out of the DRS from the Alpine ahead. 5/10.5. Do we have what it takes to challenge the Ferrari driver here? DRS wide open, overtake on reaching the top end of the rev limiter, but we're just not close enough. Unfortunately, for an overtake attempt here. And even though the Ferrari is actually in puncture territory, it's all gonna come down to luck now. And I think luck has done favoring us for the day. And as we come around the final corner one last time today, we can be proud of what we've achieved today. 1 point, P10. First point of hopefully many this season in PSGL F4. Thank you all once again for following me on this sim racing journey. And I can tell you, once I get used to these pedals, this is only the beginning. I'm telling you, F3 ain't ready for Formula Kai. Are you racing in PSGL this season? Let me know in the comments below. If so, what tier did you manage to place in? Is it PC or PlayStation? Remember that I also stream these races live every Thursday, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss a race from me ever again. This is Formula Kai signing off, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.